Hi everyone, thanks a lot. I'm Olga, I'm the co-founder of DialogShift, and we offer AI-based chatbots for hotels. So this means hotel guests can communicate with the hotel via different messaging channels, and we automate most of the communication with artificial intelligence. About 6 weeks ago, we launched a hotel chatbot based on large language models, and in this talk, I will share some learnings that we had, and I will also share some general thoughts on the future of customer service, customer experience, and customer communication. But I want to start with a movie. Who of you has seen this movie? Okay, the ones who haven't seen it, you have to watch this movie. It's a science fiction movie from 2013. It's called Her, and the film paints a future where every person has an artificial assistant, a personal artificial assistant in his or her ear, and this assistant can complete almost any task. It can independently write emails, make phone calls, contemplate the meaning of life, and even fall in love. Spoiler alert, sorry. About 6 months ago, a chatbot that we haven't seen before amazed the whole world. It's a technology that is different, and it is different than we have expected it. Some call it the iPhone moment of artificial intelligence. Generative AI is already transforming industries. It's changing our searching behavior, our buying behavior, it's changing our work life, our private life, and it's going to impact our economic system, considering that the costs for intelligence are going to drop to zero one day. But I think for customer service, generative AI will do 3 things. It will scale or automate customer communication at scale. It will make possible hyper-personalization, and it will improve customer experience overall. Tools like ChatGPT, so text and speech-based tools, are based on large language models. Those are models that are trained with a huge amount of data. They can analyze text and generate text based on predictions using statistical methods. So they basically generate or add 1 word at a time. So the implications for customer service are, of course, first, the communication. And I want to share some examples from the hotel sector. So hotels receive about 1,000 phone calls or emails every day. Of course, depending on the size of the hotel, on the complexity of the hotel product and the services, but it's a lot of communication. And most of the queries are repetitive. Guests ask about, when can I check in? Can I bring my dog? When is breakfast served? Where can I park my car? I mean, no problem if you have a lot of people, a lot of staff who can answer phone calls and respond to emails, but unfortunately, hotels don't have enough staff. Actually, 80% of hotels in Europe and the United States suffer from staff shortage. So what can they do? Of course, they can automate this repetitive communication with artificial intelligence. But do you remember that? Those dumb chatbots that couldn't help you at all? Yeah. Water under the bridge with generative AI, because now we are entering an era of next generation chatbots and AI assistants. The interaction with those systems is amazingly fluid, amazingly human-like. They can respond to quite complex queries and to individual needs of customers. They are not limited to specific topics, so you don't have to pre-train a language model with specific information anymore. But they can basically answer anything that is on the internet. And they can do something that is very astonishing. It's called reasoning. So they have a broad understanding of time and size, for example. So if I ask the chatbot, I'm arriving at 9 p.m. tonight at the hotel. Is the sauna still open? And the chatbot will say, yes, it is still open because our sauna closes at 10:30. So the chatbot understands that 9 p.m. is before 10:30. This is something that was not possible before. And the very cool thing is you can feed the systems now, or the chatbots, with unstructured data. So you can give them a website, you can give them spreadsheets, PDF documents, and those documents serve as their knowledge base for the specific information that they have to communicate. And I think in the future, in the near future, most of customer communication will be handled by artificial intelligence. And we are not far from being greeted by a hologram at the reception desk in a hotel. And maybe when we call the hotel, we have a nice lady like Annie who can talk to us, but it's not a person, it's artificial intelligence. So the question is, will we be even talking to humans in the context of customer communication in the future? I think we will, but before I get back to that, I want to share another very interesting insight from the hospitality sector, and it's conversion. About 50% of website users abandon an online purchase if they can't find answers quickly enough, answers that they need in order to make their buying decision. Meaning, if you have a quite complex product and your potential customers have questions before making their buying decision, the quicker you can provide the information, the more money you make, period. This is especially interesting in the hotel industry because about 70% of queries that are asked in a website chat on a hotel website are booking related. 70%. And here's a huge potential for making money when you respond quickly. So what happened when we updated hotel chatbots with large language models? So what we did, 4 weeks ago, we started an open beta with 10 hotels. And we chose the hotels, we chose underperformer on our platform. So hotels that had a lower automation rate, slightly higher live chat rate. Live chat rate means that a human needs to jump into the conversation and chatting live with the customer. So we chose 10 hotels. We switched the AI component, so the product stayed the same. We only switched the AI component, and this is what happened. So we increased the automation rate by 10%. Okay, this is something that we expected. The live chat rate decreased by 20%. So this means 20% less people needed assistance from a human. And the cool thing is we increased the conversion rate by 10%. In our case, the conversion rate means booking a hotel room in your chatbot. So 10% more people booked a hotel room in the chatbot. And this is actually astonishing because it's only the AI. It's the AI that understands humans or customers better, and therefore the whole product is much more powerful. So the challenges that we experienced, especially in customer service, it is crucial that the information is correct, so the information that the chatbot communicates, it's correct, and that it is consistent. So the check-in time is always at 3 p.m. and it is never at 2 p.m., for example. But at the same time, so we wanted the chatbot to, of course, communicate specific information, but also to have general knowledge. So for example, if I ask in Paris, by the way, how high is the Eiffel Tower? I want the chatbot to give this answer to me. Why not? It's possible, right? But to balance that, specific information of the organization and general knowledge, from a technical point of view, was the biggest challenge at the beginning. I think we handled it now quite well with a very elaborated prompt design. You can ask me about that later if you're technically interested. But this was quite challenging. And the other challenge were the high expectations by our customers, because they used ChatGPT and they expected that the hotel chatbot can do anything. And we had to educate them and say, okay, look, it's still an application for hotels. It's based on this technology, but it's not ChatGPT. It cannot write your CV, okay? And they were like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then the next big impact that I see generative AI will have on customer communication or customer experience is hyper-personalization. We have been dreaming about hyper-personalization for years now, but now finally we have this technological shift where it is finally possible. So beginning with search, for example, when I am planning a trip to Copenhagen, I don't have to work through lists of hotels, restaurants, and activities that might match my needs or not, but I can simply use my own language and tell the artificial intelligence what I'm looking for, what I need. I will get specific recommendations, I can iterate, and I can create a travel experience that is tailored to my needs. And also, if you think further along the customer journey, think about recommendation systems, think about dynamic pricing and offers, think about predictive analytics, and think about adaptive and intelligent spaces. So imagine AI is connected to the building. How cool is that? So if we think, or if we look at generative AI from a high or abstract perspective, and if we think about what it can do very well. So it can generate, we know that by now, it can summarize very well, it can classify or categorize very well, and it can predict very well. But it is also comprehensive. And by comprehensive, I mean that it will have a language layer overarching tools, applications, workflows. So AI will be able to perform quite complex tasks using tools and applications by itself, like in the movie. And will we talk to people? Will we talk to humans in the context of customer service in the future? Or will we only talk to robots and AI? And I think we will do both. We will also talk to people, because the hotel of the future that I envision is an Apple store. This means we have a lot of people, a lot of employees, and they have time for me. They can focus on the customer 100%, because everything in the background is perfectly automated. And the more automated a society becomes, the higher the human need for interpersonal interaction. Thank you a lot.